Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. We got the Virus Metal Greymon Mad, we got our Offmon Potato, War Growlmon, Raidramon, Dizipmon, Warudamon, cards helping us out, along with our Gaiamon chip inside of our DX band. As we finish off the right side of this box, next time we'll go on to the left side. Seems like one of the packs slid. I'm only pulling 3, so I'm going to take that one out of the bottom. Hopefully that one's the one that slid. And we will also be opening up the 7 limited card pack, as we are saving the illustration for the end. And I did check in between videos. Gaiamon is not a hero, which is interesting. He's like only creation type. I would have thought that he would have also been a hero to help with the searching. Maybe they tried that and he was too powerful. But it seems very odd to not have him included in that hero line. Wind Guardians, Cross Up, Watchmon, Swipemon, Sunrizamon, Calendamon, Kiwimon, Cherrymon, War Greymon, sorry. Agunimon, Owen Dreadnought, 3 play costs. Start of your main phase. If your opponent has a Digimon, gain 1 memory. End of your turn. By suspending this tamer, one of your Digimon with a Reptile or Dragonkin trait gains Piercing for the turn. Then that Digimon attacks. Security, play this card without paying the cost. Again, bog standard kind of tamer, especially for like an archetype. Not too much else to say. And we got Marcus. Very cool. He is 4 play cost. Start of your main phase. If your opponent has a Digimon, gain 1 memory. On play, one of your Marcus Daemons may suspend all turns once per turn. When this tamer suspends, one of your Digimon gains Piercing and plus 3000 DP for the turn. Then, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 3000 DP for the turn. Security, play this card without paying the cost. Again, this, if your opponent has a Digimon, gain 1 memory, is kind of bog standard now as a new ability. For the deck that is going for it, this one's alright. Let's get right into the next pack. I think I see another egg in here. Also, that top card is kind of like nicked. I don't like that, because I did not do that. Growlmon, Mushroomon, Gurimon, Gossipmon, Soshamon, Dairymon, Flamemon, Guiomon, Garurumon, Navimon, Satellamon, 7 play cost, 4 Digivolution cost, 7000 DP, can digivolve from black or purple, is dual color purple-black, can also digivolve for a cost of 4 from any Super Atmon. Digivolve from a level 4 with a 3 Musketeer trait in text for 3 Musketeer in text for a cost of 3. On player, when digivolving, by placing 1 Atmon or 3 Musketeer trait card from your hand or trash as any of your Digimon's Bomb Digivolution cards until your opponent's turn ends, their effects can't return that Digimon to hands or decks or affect it with de-digivolve effects. When digivolving or when attacking once per turn, by trashing 1 card with the Atmon or 3 Musketeer trait from your Digimon's Digivolution cards, de-digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon. Link Atmon trait for a cost of 3. When linking, delete one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon. Again, I like that this one's going into 2 different categories, and it seems like it's going to do each one alright. Nothing crazy, but it's nice. And we got Galactamon. Ooh, another super rare. 14 play cost, 6 Digivolution cost, 14,000 DP. Is mono black, can only digivolve from black. Digivolve from Snatchmon for a cost of 9. When digivolving, by placing 4 cards with Vemmon in their text from your trash as this Digimon's Bomb Digivolution cards, you may use 1 Ragnarok Cannon from your hand or trash without paying the cost. Start of your main phase, delete one of your opponent's Digimon. All turns, When this Digimon would leave the battle area by returning 4 Vemmons from its Digivolution cards to the bottom of the deck, it doesn't leave. Again, it's alright. It's also to note that it can do this all turns as many times as you want. So if you manage to get like 8 Vemmons underneath it, it can do it twice per turn, which is interesting. Next pack. Let's see what we got. Sunrizamon, Koromon, Raging Serpentine, Applink, Ragnarok Cannon, Skull Greymon, Ghostmon, Shoutmon King version, Weregarurumon, Omni Shoutmon, Timemon, 5 play cost, 2 Digivolution cost, 5000 DP. Can also Digivolve from a standard Appmon for 2 memory. App Fusion with Watchmon, Savemon, or Calendarmon for a cost of 0. Has blocker, your turn once per turn. When this Digimon gets linked, de-Digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon. Link Appmon trait for a cost of 2. When linking, de-Digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon. And when it's linked, it gets plus 3000 DP. I'm sorry I've forgotten to say that for a couple of them. But they're getting a lot going on with these cards. Also, I'm just trying to think. We haven't gotten Savemon in this set. So either he's a super rare or he's coming out in a future set. And I have to imagine the latter because he is essentially what would be a rookie. Like, he is a standard. So I don't think that he's in this set, which makes me like question some of the other ones that we've read off where I'm like, is that one in any of them? I don't know. And we got Cirrusmon. 12 play cost, 4 Digivolution cost, 12,000 DP. Digivolve from level 5 with Gammamon in its text or the hero trait, or with hero trait for a cost of 3. Security attack +1 and raid. When Digivolving, when attacking, by placing 1 Digimon card with Gammamon in its text or the hero trait from your hand as this Digimon's bottom Digivolution card, delete one of your opponent's lowest DP Digimon. This one I like. I mean, the fact that that is not just once per turn, but like you can keep placing cards underneath it. So like you can do it twice in the opening turn where you Digivolve into it, you put a card underneath it, you delete your opponent's lowest DP Digimon, and then he attacks and you do it again. I like that a lot. And if you could get him to unsuspend, you could do it a 3rd time, which is crazy. And he does security attack +1. Like, I like this guy. This guy screams like boss monster to me. And he's only a rare, which is nice. So he'd be good in like casuals. I'm sure there's better ones, but yeah. 4th pack this video. We haven't pulled the secret rare yet. So if it is on the right side, it should be in this pack. We got Betel Gammamon, Daramon, Venmon, Snatchmon, Burning Greymon, Cyclonemon, Spirit Evolution, Gumdramon, Rise Greymon, Metal Greymon, Megidramon, 13 play cost, 5 Digivolution cost, 13,000 DP. Digivolves from red or purple is dual color purple-red. Digivolve from level 5 with Growlmon its name for a cost of 4. Security attack +1, end of attack once per turn, delete all Digimon. On deletion, you may play 1 play cost 3 or lower Digimon card with Guiomon or Growlmon in its name from your trash without paying the cost. For every 10 cards in both players' trash, add 2 to this effect's play cost maximum. Rule name also treated as Chaos Gallantmon. Again, this one is like 1 or 2 for me because that end of attack once per turn, delete all Digimon. Ooh, that is crazy. So the only way that I could see it working is if you have some ability to keep him out on the field so he could attack and he wouldn't delete himself. And then he'd have to be able to attack a second time because that's once per turn. So that's the only way to really get the effect. And we got Magnamon. Okay, so no super rare on the right side. Interesting. 7 play cost, 4 Digivolution cost, 7,000 DP. Digivolve from Vmon, level 3 with Hero trait for a cost of 3. Blocker Armor Purge. When Digivolving, this Digimon unsuspends. Then, to one of your opponent's Digimon, give it minus 2000 DP for the turn for each card with the Armor form trait in your trash. Also, I'm just looking at it like he's got Holy Warriors, Royal Knights, and Hero as his traits. That is a lot. But yeah, he's okay. Again, I like Armor Purges. They don't need to have this information down here because they're an armor and they get purged and then you just put something else on top. So with those out of the way, we're going to look at the limited card pack. We know 6 of the 7. So let's take a look at them. We've got Valkyriemon, 12 play cost, 4 Digivolution cost, 12,000 DP. Digivolve from Sylphimon for a cost of 3. When Digivolving, Blitz. When Digivolving or when attacking once per turn, return one of your opponent's Digimon with 8,000 DP or less to the bottom of the deck. If this effect didn't return, this Digimon gains security attack +1 for the turn. Your turn, this Digimon's attack target can't change. Vikemon, 12 play cost, 4 Digivolution cost, 12,000 DP. Can Digivolve from yellow or blue. Is dual color blue-yellow. Digivolve from Shikuamon or Zudomon for a cost of 3. Has the Ice Clad ability. When Digivolving, trash any 4 Digivolution cards from one of your opponent's Digimon. When attacking once per turn, if your opponent has no Digimon with as many or more Digivolution cards as this Digimon, it unsuspends. Then all of your opponent's security Digimon get minus 6,000 DP. Rule trait has Sea Beast type. Again, I like this one. I might play around putting it in an Ice Clad deck, but it doesn't have the Ice Snow type, so that'd be a little weird there. Regulusmon, 12 play cost, 4 Digivolution cost, 12,000 DP. Can Digivolve from black or blue. Is dual color blue-black. Digivolve from level 5 with the DS trait for a cost of 3. On player, when Digivolving, one of your Digimon with the DS trait unsuspends. When Digivolving or when attacking once per turn, if you have 1 or more memory, your opponent adds the top security card to their hand. Then, if you have 1 or less, until your opponent's turn ends, one of their Digimon or Tamers can't suspend. I mean, I like that it's getting rid of one of their security. I don't like that it's just giving it to their hand. Wrestlemon, 12 play cost, 4 Digivolution cost, 12,000 DP. Can Digivolve from yellow or green. Is dual color green-yellow. Digivolve from level 5 with the Angel or the Archangel trait for a cost of 3. Security attack +1 on player. When Digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers. Then, until their turn ends, one of their Digimon or Tamers can't activate when Digivolving effects or unsuspend. On deletion, place this card as the bottom security card. Rule trait has the 3 Great Angel type. Yeah, I like that this one adds itself to the security. That's pretty cool. Darkdramon Ace, 7 play cost, 4 Digivolution cost, 12,000 DP. Can Digivolve from purple or black. Is dual color black-purple. Digivolve from level 5 with the D Brigade or the Excel trait for a cost of 3. Hand counter Blasted Evolution. Scapegoat on play or when Digivolving, Digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon. Then delete all of their Digimon with the lowest play cost. Ace Overflow -4 and Inherited Effect Collision. Then we got Ghoulmon Ace, 6 play cost, 3 Digivolution cost, 11,000 DP. Hand counter Blasted Evolution. Has blocker and retaliation. On deletion, if your opponent has 5 or more cards in their hand, they trash 1 card in their hand. Then, if they have 4 or fewer, delete one of their level 6 or lower Digimon. Rule trait has Fallen Angel type. Ace Overflow -4. Again, this one I like. I'm not sure how much I went over, how much I like this one, but I do, mainly because it is a good wall. It has blocker and it has retaliation. So if your opponent does have a big, beefy guy and he attacks, this guy can block, take him out. But then, if your opponent has like 5 cards in their hand, they discard 1, go down to 4, and then, oops, you get to delete one of their level 6 or lower Digimon because they have 4 cards in their hand. And that means you can take out another big playmaker on their fields. That's pretty good. Or if when they attack, they have 4 cards or less, like you're just going to get to delete one of their other ones from giving up 1 to get 2. So I like that a lot. And he's only a play cost of 6. That's not terrible. I mean, sure, it's got Ace Overflow -4, so your opponent's going to get 4 memory. But that's kind of an even trade to give them 4 memory to take care of 2 of their big boss monsters. I'm fine with that. And we got another Analog Youth. Alright, 2 play cost. On play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 Digimon card among them to hand. Trash the rest. All turns, when any of your level 5 or higher Digimon with Digivolution cards are deleted, this tamer may suspend. If it did, gain 1 memory and hatch in your breeding area. If I was going to get a double of any, this one I think would be good. Like, of the ones we've seen, we've only seen 2 so far. But yeah, definitely cool. But there you go. That is the right side. So we have confirmed that the secret isn't on the right side of this box. If it's not on the left, then we've pulled a dud box, which I would just be devastated by, especially with how much they've reduced the super rares, the alt arts. Like, that would just be not okay. Especially because all of the commons, uncommons we are pulling are just kind of chaff now. I especially think that it's not a great idea with how many secret rares and stuff that are in this box, but we'll get into that when we get through the entire box itself. As always, if you guys have any ideas for future videos, leave it in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a good old thumbs up, hit that like button. If you haven't, please do subscribe. I really do appreciate it. It helps the channel grow. The algorithm loves it. We upload videos on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And as always, until then, I will see you next time.